I accidentally understood a conversation I wasn't supposed to hear, and it completely changed the trajectory of my career. 3 years ago, I was a junior analyst at a prestigious investment firm in New York, desperately trying to climb the corporate ladder. During a business trip to Tokyo, I found myself in an elevator with our CEO and the head of international operations, paired two people who barely knew I existed. They were speaking in Japanese, clearly assuming none of the junior staff could understand them. The Singapore expansion is a disaster waiting to happen, the CEO said in perfect Japanese. The market analysis is completely flawed, but we're too far in to back out now. The head of operations sighed. The board expects a presentation next month. What do we tell them? We'll massage the numbers. By the time anyone realizes the mistake, we'll have moved on to other projects. I stood frozen, staring at my shoes. What they didn't know was that I had lived in Osaka for 3 years as a teenager when my father was stationed there. I wasn't fluent, but I understood enough. I should have kept quiet, but something about their casual dishonesty bothered me deeply. That night in my hotel room, I pulled up the Singapore market analysis. With my economics background, I spotted the flaws immediately. They had based projections on outdated regional data. I spent the entire night rebuilding the model correctly. The next morning, I did something either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. I emailed both executives, liking your elevator conversation about Singapore pert. I believe I found a solution within an hour. I was called to the CEO's suite. His face was thunderous. You speak Japanese, he demanded. Enough, I admitted, but that's not important. What's important is this. I handed him my revised analysis. For 30 tense minutes, he reviewed my work in silence. Finally, he looked up. This is actually quite good, he said reluctantly. Why didn't our team catch this? Sometimes fresh eyes help. I offered 2 weeks later. I was asked to join the Singapore project team. The CEO never mentioned the elevator incident again, but he did implement my recommendations. The expansion succeeded, though more modestly than originally projected. Last month, 3 years after that elevator ride, I was appointed head of our new Asian markets division. At the announcement dinner, the CEO clinked his glass against mine and said quietly, always useful to have someone who understands more than they let on. I've often wondered what would have happened if I'd kept quiet that day. Would I have advanced faster by playing politics? But I've built my reputation on honest analysis, not convenient fictions. Sometimes the riskiest career move is simply speaking truth when silence would be easier, and sometimes understanding what you are not supposed to hear is exactly what sets you apart.